Hey everyone, this is Clinton from God's Hand Studios, and in this tutorial we are going to be discussing aspect ratios, what they are, why they matter, and how they can preserve the visual integrity of a footage across various platforms. And these platforms may include social media platforms and various online platforms. So let's get started with aspect ratio. Aspect ratio describes the proportional relationship between the width and the height of a video frame, images, or scenes. It's a way of saying how wide something is compared to how tall it is. For instance, one of the most common aspect ratios we have is 16:9. And this is basically saying that for every 16 units of width, there are 9 units of height. We also have 4:3 aspect ratio, and this is used for older TV shows and some kinds of photography. Before we proceed, I'd like us to pay attention to the word proportional that we used in defining aspect ratio. So what does it mean for something to be proportional to another? This simply means having a constant relationship in size or amount. So when you say that the width and the height of a video are proportional, it means they change together while keeping the same shape. If the width gets bigger, the height gets bigger as well in a predictable way. And this goes like vice versa. If the height gets bigger too, same applies to the width. This is the major key to understanding aspect ratios because it helps us maintain the intended look of our footage. For instance, this video has a frame size of 1920 by 1080, which has 16:9 aspect ratio, but is in a sequence with a frame size of 1080 by 1920. As we can see, it is reversed. So in that case, it means that the aspect ratio too has been reversed. So instead of 16:9, we now have 9:16 because it's no longer 1920 by 1080. It's now 1080 by 1920. Hope you understand. So this video with a frame size of 1920 by 1080 is now in a sequence that has a frame size of 1080 by 1920. And you can easily notice this because of the space in the top and the bottom of the frame. And if I try to fill up the spaces by scaling the video in the height dimensions only, you will notice that this video will start losing form because I'm not scaling them in a proportional manner. And you can see that it's not only the video that is losing form. You can see the people in it are losing form as well. A good cat, this guy, this is a Zaga. So to maintain the aspect ratio, I will have to do to the width whatever I do to the height. If you are hearing all these things new for the first time, know that when you are hearing something new, you may not learn it very well with deep understanding for the first time, but as you keep going or as you keep hearing it, you will develop a better understanding because we will be doing video tutorials about these various topics so as to give you a deeper understanding of each of these various subject matters. One of the reasons aspect ratios are very important is because it helps to preserve the visual integrity of your footage. When you shoot or edit a video, you are creating a visual piece with specific dimensions and proportions. If you change those proportions while uploading to various platforms, your videos may look stretched or squished or even cropped in ways that may ruin the viewer's experience. For example, if you shoot a video in a 16:9 aspect ratio and then try to post it in a 4:3 frame, you will notice that some part of your video will be cut off or look unnaturally squished. Sticking to the correct aspect ratio will ensure that your video looks good both on YouTube, Instagram, and any other platform as it did when you edited it. Different platforms have different aspect ratio. For example, YouTube basically uses 16:9 aspect ratio, but if you're uploading shorts, it will be in a reverse form. So instead of 16:9, it will now be 9:16. Instagram often uses 1:1 or 4:5 if you're uploading portrait pictures. But I guess if you're uploading videos, it gives you the option to select the aspect ratio of your preference. And then TikTok and Instagram Reels uses 9:16 aspect ratio. By understanding and using aspect ratios correctly, you will ensure that your content looks good no matter where it's viewed. I'd like you to know that 16:9 aspect ratio is commonly referred to as widescreen. So wherever you hear widescreen, know that they are talking about 16:9 aspect ratio, which refers to frame sizes like HD, Full HD, Quad HD, UHD, then 8K UHD. This does not apply to DCI 4K because it's usually wider, so you should have an aspect ratio wider than 16:9, so it might be 17:9 approximately. Let's now discuss vertical aspect ratios. A vertical aspect ratio is basically a rotated version of the normal landscape aspect ratio. Most people call this portrait video. Instead of being wider than its tall, is now taller than its wide. This format is perfect for mobile viewing because it takes advantage of the natural way you hold your phone. Again, it's just like taking a normal 16:9 aspect ratio and then rotating it in a 90 degrees or negative 90 degrees depending on how it's shot. This rotation makes it perfectly fit your screen, which makes this a popular choice for platforms like Instagram or TikTok or various social media platforms because it simulates the natural way you hold your phone. Aspect ratio may seem like a small detail, but it plays a crucial role in ensuring that your video maintains visual integrity and looks great in all platforms. By understanding and using the right aspect ratios for your video, you will make sure that your videos are presented the best way, no matter where they are viewed. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you do, please like, comment, then subscribe. And if you have any further question, please notify me in the comment section, and I will see you in the next tutorial.